Okay, inshallah, this one, النعت الصفة. So today one of you had asked, remember I said al-hajar al-aswad. So in the Arabic language, generally, as I mentioned, هذا طالب طويل. موصوف is something that is being explained. Sifa is the attribute itself. So it's like, I think in the English language, correct me, I'm horrible at English grammar. I think adjective is like a sifa.
نعم
Exa-
نعم
جيد. هذا طالب طويل. This is a tall student. So tall is a sifa. هذه بنت قصيرة. She is a small girl, يعني short girl, not small. قرأت كتابا كبيرا. I read a big book. Big book or book big in technically in the Arabic language. نظرت إلى سيارة جميلة. I looked at a beautiful car. اللغة العربية جميلة. The Arabic language is beautiful. So beautiful is a صفة. أقرأ القرآن الكريم. The Quran is موصوف, the word of the Quran. الكريم is the صفة. أصلي في المسجد النبوي. المسجد موصوف. النبوي, it's like saying prophetic or prophets. That's a صفة. معي الجنسية المصرية. جنسية is the موصوف. مصرية is the صفة. Okay. So how does the grammar work for this? مع معنى الصفة أو النعت. What's the meaning of the صفة or an attribute? في اللغة ما صفة الزوجة التي تريد الطويلة أو المحيطة. So in the language, what is the quality of the wife which you want? طويلة أو نحيفة, tall or thin. So it's a quality of a person or a thing that is called نعت or صفة. في النحو الاسم الذي يتبع ما قبله في الإعراب. So what in a grammatical way, what does it mean? So the sifa follows the same rule that precedes it. What is it? What do you mean by this? If I tell you ذهبت إلى مسجد كبير. So إلى obviously is harf jar. Any word that comes after it, it'll be ism majroor. So إلى مسجد. So كبير would be, again, it'll take the same rule as the one preceding it, because it follows the rule that actually is before it, i.e. in the examples, if you were to say طالب طويل. طالب is basically marfu' and it has dhamma, and the sifa will take exactly the same rule. It's raf', it's mudhakkar, and mufrad. If it's singular, it'll also be singular. If it's masculine, this will also be masculine. So if I say bintun, bintun is a feminine word. So if I want to say tall girl, I'll say bintun طويلة, the ta marbuta. Okay, so اللغة العربية, language, Arabic. So language, what language? The Arabic language. So al-mawsuf, the one that's being explained, is al-lugha. Al-sifa is al-Arabiya. So it is raf, because dhamma, it's a raf. And then it's mu'annath, ta marbuta, and it's a feminine. The sifa is also feminine. It's mufrad, so it's singular. So this will basically follow the same rule. So if it's since the mawsuf has al, the sifa will also have an al. So it follows all the same rules of the one it's explaining. When I said al-hajar, then aswad, you say al-hajar al-aswad. Al-talib al-talib al-tawil, the tall student. So it basically follows the same rule as the one preceding it. Does that make sense to you guys?
نعم نعم.
No. النعت so again الاسم الذي يتبع ما قبله في الرفع والنصب والجر. الاسم, the noun that follows what is before it in رفع, in I don't know what's the English word for رفع. والنصب, when it takes a fatha, والجر when it takes a kasra, for example. الأشياء التي يتفق فيها النعت. So there are cases where it actually, it's better I give you examples. اشتريت, I bought, شقة جميلة. So it's following the same rules it's it's mufrad and it's مؤنث تاء مربوطة it's mansub nasb منصوب. It'll also be منصوب يعني تنوين بالفتحة. So قابلت, I met صديقا. So this is موصوف. The sifa will be Kareem. I met a generous friend. So Kareem will take all the same rules as the word before it. Does it make sense to you guys now?
نعم.
See, so I'll ask you an example. If you want to say, I went to the big masjid, how would you say it? I went to the big masjid.
ذهبت إلى المسجد إلى المسجد إلى المسجد
إلى المسجد
إلى المسجد الكبير.
Al-Kabiri. So it's following the rule that is before it. Ila, obviously harf jar, so the word after it is going to be majroor. Ila al-masjidi al-kabiri. So if I say I have or he is a tall boy. Tall is tawil. How would you say he's a tall boy? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
No.
How would you say he is a tall boy?
Like he's a tall boy.
How do you say boy? Walad, for example.
So هو ولدا طويلا.
هو ولد طويل.
هو نعم ولد.
Okay. So if you want to say, let's say example, so let's change Kareem to big. Kareem is generous. So if you want to say big friend, I'm just saying big friend. I met, let's just say, I don't want to say big, that's a weird way of saying. أحب كلامك طيب. So هذا رجل كريم. How do you say هذا رجل? Let's say ذكي means like intelligent. So is it going to be ذكي, ذكيا, or ذكي? If I say جيد. If I want to say ذهبت إلى, how would you change this word?
رجلا كريما.
كريم جيد. Ibrahim, is it clear for you, or let me know?
I understand the concept, but I just need to practice the words.
All right, so let's take some more example. سمعت قصصا جميلة. So the reason why you have قصصا means story. It comes from the word قصة, بالتاء مربوطة. I've heard stories جميلة. So جميلة, obviously it takes the feminine form because قصة, the root word, is basically a muannath. It is mansub, it's taking mansub. It's muannath because this word is it's a feminine word. So I know this one is a little confusing for you guys, but inshallah this is generally a concept. But next class maybe we'll do some more examples. Any questions for me on this? I know this one was a little hard. So this is another example. لدي خيمة كبيرة. خيمة is a tent. كبيرة. Now it's taking تاء مربوطة because خيمة is a مؤنث. تاء مربوطة obviously مؤنث. It's taking رفع because this is a raf in the sentence, and it's just following the rule that is actually before it. Any questions? Any questions?
I think we are good. We need to just revise it, practice it.
All right, inshallah. So I will stop this recording